Sometimes it might ask you for like a permission or something. You usually just hit like 2, I think, and then it'll just like keep going forward.
Yeah, I have something I don't necessarily recommend to everyone, but you can see at the bottom this red text bypass permissions on. So you can actually type in a command to remove that request, which means, unfortunately, if I were to go beyond this prompt, it can kind of do anything it wants on my computer and destroy all of my files. So I don't recommend that you do that every time. But for a demo like this, it's really helpful because it won't ask me every 5 seconds whether I really want it to do the next action or not.
And I think it's called YOLO mode, right? Yeah. You just type in like /YOLO and it'll do that.
So you can see it's hunting through my files in my Dropbox projects, AI tests, live demos, Akash, right? I have these files set up here so you can see the paths, and it's reading everything it needs to based on what I, told it to do in those system prompts that you didn't see. And it says now I have the paths here for interviews, and it's reading all of the files with the names here so I can make sure that it has read the right interview files. What's really cool about this, the reason I'm showing this in the first place is you just saw me do these analysis processes where, if I weren't talking so much in between the survey analysis and the interview analysis processes individually for that amount of data and that number of prompts took about 20 minutes each. But that means you would spend 40 minutes on that, which is still remarkably fast if you felt that that was complete with a short synthesis prompt afterward. And usually it takes me a little longer than that because I have an even more rigorous process with more steps and feedback loops built in, but that's still just really fast. This allows us to do both of those things in parallel. So because the interview analysis and the survey analysis here don't build on each other, they don't need to be sequential. So instead of saying, I have 1 hour to analyze all of this stuff, will I have enough time? Well, yes, you have enough time if you do it like this, because you just let your agents with a pretty solid process do both things at once, and then you can triangulate on your own at the end, or you can put that into AI and triangulate for you, but you're cutting out half the time by parallelizing this.
And how did we parallelize it?
So simply because I have agents set up that run the processes I went through manually in Claude in the web UI.
Yeah.
I can call them both here. So in this prompt where I say, number 1, use Interview Analyzer Lite, this has all my prompts that I just showed you in Claude, plus a few extra feedback loops. And so it's basically saying, do that, what I did in Claude's web UI, and then also do the survey version, but do them at the same time.
Nice.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Pendo, the leading software experience management platform. McKinsey found that 78% of companies are using GenAI, but just as many have reported no bottom line improvements. So how do you know if your AI agents are actually working? Are they giving users the wrong answers, creating more work instead of less, improving retention, or hurting it? When your software data and AI data are disconnected, you can't answer these questions. But when you bring all your usage data together in one place, you can see what users do before, during, and after they use AI, showing you when agents work, how they help you grow, and when to prioritize on your roadmap. Pendo Agent Analytics is the only solution built to do this for product teams. Start measuring your AI's performance with Agent Analytics at pendo.io/Akash. That's pendo.io/AAKASH. I hope you enjoyed that short clip. You can check out the full episode here.